Okay everyone, today I thought we'd take a look at my latest toy, which is a 2018 Harley Davidson Lowrider. In this video today, what we'll take a look at is just some of the basics of the bike, some of what I do like, what I don't like, and what I plan to upgrade over the period of time with this bike. Okay, this is my first Harley Davidson, but it's not my first V-twin, so I sort of knew what to expect when riding it. I chopped in a CB 1300 for it, so completely different style of bike. I've always had sort of race style bikes before, FXLR 1100 and GBZ 900RR, those sort of style bikes. And before the CB 1300 I actually had a Honda Firestorm, which I still have. Literally had the bike just over a week now. It had 7 miles on it when I took it. It's now just got about 185 on it, I think it is. I think it's one of the first bikes I've ever bought that I've looked at and said, well, I want to change this, that, the other. I think it's one of those things, once you've got a Harley, you get that bug and you want to start doing things. As it stands, there's only a couple of things that I've done, well 3 actually, and I'll run through those and then what I'm considering doing in the future. The first thing I had to change was the number plate and the holder. As standard, it comes with this thing, which has a bracket on the back, which literally, the number plate is bolt upright. So I've fitted a nice little chrome holder with a slightly smaller size number plate. There's the original next to it for comparison. The only thing left to do now is with the original number plate, the reflector is actually on the bracket, so I've just got to find a small attractive reflector to go on the back. The only other thing I've done so far, or one of the only other things I've done so far, is fit a mobile phone holder on here. I found this one to be extortionately good. I'll cover that in a separate video. The only other thing I've done so far is to fit a tracker, obviously all in under the seat here, so it's out of the way, not easy to touch. Obviously one of the first things that I'm going to want to change is going to be the stock silencers on here. Although I'm quite happy with the look, the sound is quite low. We'll cover that in a second. One thing I would like to change is I feel that the foot pegs, they're what they call mid controls, are just a little too far back for me. So with the height of the seat and the pedals, I just feel a little bit cramped, so I'd like to put forward controls on it just so that it moves it forward a few inches. It has a very nice LED headlight, but one thing that they've left with regular bulbs is all the turn indicators, which is a little bit disappointing. So I may have a look at changing the indicators to LED at some point. It's keyless operation, so if you've got your key fob within a certain distance of the bike, it'll just power on using that switch. Got nice little digital clocks in there, so there's the current mileage of the bike, and you can flick through. So there's the range left in fuel. I need to get some. Clock. Just a few other bits of details in there. The only other thing, this is the real fuel cap. That's just a push-on dummy. It doesn't use the same fitting as a regular fuel cap, so you can't change that out too easily. Now, one thing that quite a few people don't know about these is that if you've forgotten your key and you haven't set the steering lock on it, and you turn the bike on, it'll pop up and it'll start asking to enter PIN there, and you can enter a PIN code using the indicator buttons and the bike will start. One of the issues is that the Harley factory sets it to a default, and some of the dealers will use their own default as well. So if you know where the bikes come from and the steering lock's not set, it's possible you can have your bike started up. So I recommend that you find out how to change that, and I will cover for this model of bike how to do it. Okay, so let's get this thing started up. That one beep there you heard is just the factory alarm system deactivating when you turn it on. If the key fob's not close to you, then it won't deactivate. So as you see, that's the factory mufflers on it. Very subdued in the sound. It's the only real letdown, really. It doesn't sound like a true Harley, in my opinion. So even at slightly higher revs, it doesn't sound that good. If you're in traffic and you're really motoring along, then it's quite loud, but apart from that, a little bit disappointing. So there you have it, that's my latest toy. I've got to say that of all the motorbikes I've had up to date, I really do like this one. You know, it's one of the first ones I've sort of had, and I'm not feeling disappointed with it straight away. If you've got one of these and you've made any mods that you think are really cool, then do let me know in the comments below. Like I say, I will cover at some point how to put forward controls on, but unfortunately I've costed up the parts to do this, and here in the UK it's going to cost about £700 to do, so that might just have to wait for a little while. Vance and Hines slip-ons I've already ordered, so we'll cover the installation of those. Until then, have a good one.